Ibari bro, oyena brabo imo. Ibari bro, oyen kwadari. Ibari bro, oyena didimo. Ibari bro, oyen nanaketi. Anti forever no kana sense. Ibabe bro, Ibari bro, asana yakui. Mamie.
Abusan ya chiao medawase se wajemre na oneme eba ababedi enkomo for the next about to say be a 2 hours bi me chiao bia wo hwe me di kind of apology amamu in a sense last week yentumi amfa programs amremo na ni nyina ne se ye vacation kakra said the anwum na si no nipa bre e wa asase so ye bre se ye ka se nakra na da keke krampo na wa nkasa wo hu se nakra na wo da keke no ya na ebre wo enti se wunya kwan a meka se bomodna na ebre na o bre no fa bi enjoy ho kakra. That is what I would say. Sanse most of them crop for 30 me pa ya omo akwantu mu omo abruchire etesame se woni me be ya adwene anase obedi adanse a ekwan efa so brewo akwantu mu no enya asem ketwa we ye adwuma na adwuma na wo ye no trust me, it's not easy. Nyame na meka. Wa wo hwe me a wote ha no. Woje adanse. Say, it's not easy. Ewo akwantu mu. Se wo ba, se woni ma wo. It's not easy. Ni nyina achi no. Se wonya sika kakra ne gu ho no na se. Ghana for fresh ye hia sika bibia ba bra beboa. wodi mmirika na wasɛn de sika no nyinaa ɛde kɔ nti wonya kwan na wode bi a enjoy wankasa wo ho but I will say ma wankasa wo ho enye first before anybody else ma fa wo ho ye first before anybody else nti sɛ wonya ekwan a sɛ wo resources na sɛ wo bibi kakra mesre bomodna na fa bi eji wani kakra sɛ bi wungu it doesn't mean sɛ woyɛ kohwini ade ba kwa mahu ni sɛ mostly ni yen Ghana for na ye wo akwantuo mu no menim sɛ saa na yɛde atete yɛ o sɛ sɛn o we actually don't know how you see take vacation from whatever we are doing Ghana ni akɔ vacation na ɔte hɔ na anka or dwedwe ne ho kakra no ye friend adwuma mu a na wasan akɔ part time sɛ bi nya nko na wopɛ sika you're not the only person na wopɛ sika wo wiase ɛna sika no nso so no open no enye kakra na wode to hɔ sɛ sika we de ma memfa nto hɔ na memfa enje mani kakra na mekra mra me ho so no ene ne bema ebeka sɛ wahye sika of course ubetimi ukwa but kai hunu sɛ it's part of wo mama ma ye nya ne sɛ adwuma efie adwuma enkoa I'm not saying say me call me vacation in na me justify but ade a partner can yen Ghana for ne ho we are that obi abetena brochiri for 20 years on share that any vacation say me call vacation your vacation aye ko nyina no from her to Ghana and I can hu say wo free her na wo Ghana as a vacation enye vacation na wo no because ukuba could do no that is where a whole lot of people eddy your problems is na at this one assign double if you want access or a akwanya say ubetu kwine akọ either say Europe and also for Europe beba America and I call any place far from baby that four walls now utimuno ewa akwantu mu no and I say beside Ghana no go rent a hotel and I say Airbnb no more a baby let people come and serve you hotel kwada ho na enkrofo your friend is saying ade chi a ye me lay wo bed ne ma wo ye mfa fresh bedsheet messe so ma wo kodi aduane enye wo na wo ye obi a prepare na wo kodi go sightseeing it's a refreshing e ma wo nyini che so wo hwa abrofo na wo mfa omo vacations in Niagara it's a refreshing so wo de onni hwe ye krampo na so wo force vacation na waje ofia just get out of your house so your friend is saying beach go and sit down there and just listen to the waves sabi maya ya roro ya hu ya ne nam beach kwatena se wo de onwro hu kra ko hebi bo wani akonhoma kakra eto kese a hwe enofo akese a hwe ma okra enye revitalized what you say eno no nye bone mu nsusu ema yen di ye ho abro mu nsusu ema yen ye friend is saying yen tan ye ho na yen don krofo because so what pesika yen fan so wo 5,000 da ho na se obi frew from Ghana se ohia hu nipa bi frew a obekukru sika na de akoma no wo de bekọ akoma no so what you say enti why say wo de bi ebo wo ho bra anase wo de enjoy yourself usuru asa de why wa commit crime I went on vacation yeah and I'll say it yes mini pressing issue the pressing issue is there but I still have to go in order to give me a different perspective For that matter, I went to Canada. It's a marvelous, a marvelous ride for me. A ride of almost about 8 hours. It's a sightseeing. It gave me the chance to see some part of New York. Just about New York, Hankwani Nimuno. What you say? Just New York, what kind New York? Everybody talk about the New York City, a Woho, Bronx, near they all know. But New York, no, is more than that. Go to it, your friend baby Ithaca, or upstate New York. They have a serene atmosphere. Omuwo beach, nice out, nice. Omuwo different kind of. Your friend is saying, oh, come on, travel, go, stop it. New York soon, but so can New York? Other people think about this in New York City, Bronx. It's more than Bronx. So what you say? If I've been a hoye a classic, but trust me, the life is there is quality. So I say, I went to Canada and saw say Lake B ewo Canada your friend Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario, it's a apple. I never knew. A dear lake, just a lake no. It's a apple. Shape so. I was just fighting with my kids to say, no, this is a pool. I'm saying, no, this is a lake. It's just a lake. Now, the what is a pool? As a matter of fact, no, you say one of the biggest lake in the world. How would I know? If you cross a reedy crumper with the near kuhu. Canada have the best of wines that you can have. The tasty wine be baby. Now, wine, this is how they make it. Oh, when you experience all these things, it add up to your knowledge. Men limit if you have the resources and access. That's what I'm saying. So we near men kasa chenchina kuwiane fakwe, but so wa men ya wo bro. Omo wo wine bi wo hwa ye friend no ice wine e wo Canada. Me chia mo amohwe mi nyina. Mahu se tea flow e wo so how a me chia wo Nana Kwame Ampadu. Nana Kwame Ampadu me chia Lydia Ajima was say ena we TU sana meka no second la me chia wo mu nyina me chia mo. Omo wo wine bi wo Canada. As a matter of fact, even the whole Canada ni na unya sa wine ni bi unless it's a drew Canada side of the duty free. So what you are saying? Wine no. E kwan omo fa so ye ne say omo dua wine no e wo winter mu. Omo dua wine no wo winter mu. Your friend ice wine. Omo dua no winter mu. Enti omo ma wine no e frozen. The machine no much insuo no from the frozen your friend is saying grapes no or much insuo no from the frozen grapes no mo de agu ade muti wine ketwa ba ko a ti say ni about $30 mo amunimu no Canadian dollars ni US dollars ni difference wo US dollars wo animu kakra say Canadian dollars it is our wine na say what when if you me pay wine my life me pay wine because a bunya do me yes other type on bi me de ne say whiskey bourbon num ne ade no watwa ne gra na de akugu na ho atem fifire na ho aye form de ye nkitenkete no obenom sa afa wa hwe yi a wo sori enso de me pɛ wine but that particular wine no ice wine no I tasted it and I bought it almost one of the best Baileys unim Baileys me can Baileys na unimu a it is a milk no almost the best than the other Irish Baileys na munimuno. And you can never get it anywhere until you go to Canada. And as a matter of fact, no, who call duty free shop na ewo Canada no. Abna mechiao, abna edu mechiao, ena Juliana edise mechiao. Canada me kwa na me yehu dede kakra ewo ha. Me call Toronto. So at Masina, Toronto is a beautiful city. Very beautiful. Omu wo island bi wo Toronto it is a Disney World. Omo the boat in the sea insuo so boat in the sea insuo so nti you have to boat near taxi and you have to ride the boat to the island. Now drew island in this one, and I will say, oh yes, this is a place. Please, if you have the chance, travel kakra. Sikana open no, whatever the case may be, no be jaho. Say we jaho na say we hunu babia other than babia unim ketua bi na. You gotta blame yourself. You gotta blame yourself. Travel, call baby, go. Rent a hotel room, sleep in it. So air condition, money more, papa. Microphone, some kakra. What some microphones are, let people also serve you. Taste of the different culture. Make a different culture. So we drew Canada. We ra Canada now drew almost custom area ho a border neswa. The one say yeah na a flower border near there. It is in fact there's a difference between you and your friends are brought for no. There's a vast difference. There's a difference. There's a lot of difference. So what you say? Or what to me are creating Rasco to come and cry IMF from Wasam, Rebecca and Sunday. Matibia, IMF from Wasam Ras, Rebecca and Sunday, Miss Rebecca IMF from Wasam Sunday. So what I say? Who drew a hoa? Yanton your mouth to say the flower border, why not? Budronia Shijano, Debbie. And then yet a punubin yadia to hoke say. I mean, come on, who drew one of my you see, say, I just ask myself, say, a dia na abrofono omutumi ye we sometimes no omunioma ye so perfect say yeah be before ye ntimi nye ya mentiase. We went to your friend saying Niagara Falls. So if uni me your friends were my normal page now, you see some of the Niagara Falls at all. We went over there. Now it is so beautiful. Be able to make sure the boat at to idea and so now boat no Niagara Falls no your US side and your Canada side US side no for some reason more person mo betimi atra Canada no they have their side. So what I say US side no to me sane ade amant me anya ne say mentumi ansane from man call US side because at the time ye call back na me pentem and nanka also ye gina na me call but mentumi. So what must which miss sane ba ase e ba betwe ensuo no na wo hwe ensuo any as a matter of fact no Niagara Falls the biggest waterfall and as a river fall what the whole world and it deserve it. And you will just love it. When you are able to go there, try so be ride it boat, whether so US side or whatever. So access to it. Try so be ride the boat. Now my boat, ne the walk whereby a two falls on the meaty. And you see, say, nature is really beautiful. All these actually it add a lot of maunya mind, become you appreciate things when nature is about there. Who appreciate it and therefore myself Madam Gladys Hope Michelle Viviaboko there Mapani minim se what I heard media but Michelle pa Mapani. So what I say Abna say welcome back Obi. Sounds like you had amazing trip. Abna, I'm telling you it was so far this is one of my most cherished tripper me menu me because I saw other parts of the world beside Ghana and the US I saw it. Even US there's a lot of things for her me exploring. I'm hoping that I'll be able to. It never be so what I said. As I'm telling you, and yes, and yet too much money because I was spend there. What break it bank? No. What I say? And it was amazing. It was really, really amazing. And there are a lot of good attraction sites in Canada. Unfortunately, no, you see sign to me and also because a budget just for 3 days near budget to go. When you get time, na say wunya ho a mesrew menya wo ho abro because opesika ne gu ho na wu a obi beba be di amount. Adeba kwa you have to understand I'm not saying it's a be. Yes, do that. But don't actually help somebody now. No, bro. If you have the resources, if you have the means, just travel. Who travel it eye open now. Because you meet different people from the ones that you know, no. You were Ghana for Canada, but I see them say they are different because they have poppy a Canadian lifestyle, no kakra. Ewo. Sans no be of on. Meet different people, meet different cultures. What must I say? You will be culture shocked. Sometimes when you get there, the culture is shock, culture shock now, or because I saw it. Almost Canada and almost BBR is almost like a US, but there's a little difference. That is the difference I went there to experienced. What you say? Enti, for memfa me Canada semono infa ensi ha na yemra ene yenkomo aye babidie. Abna me chia obi a wo hwe me ene. Ena mo me ni nkomo kakra. Yesi matuma yi ni din say relationship go sour na broken heart bamua. Den na esi. Yede Ohene David ni Joyce de no beye emfato ho kakra. Na mo video bi so amebo and there is solely about broken heart. Then the deba. Why do we go through this phases of relationship? To me, no mean to mean call broken heart more make say it has just crippled me that most of the time you can broken heart I am a man tackle more. A memani tackle a memani be caught, but and yet too much is a man tackle broken heart mu. Yana dwene ho a wo se ade pa nti de sa bema we de aye oba we ya enti no ama natumi go to that extent say obeye de wo yi ye beka Ohene David ni Joyce de ne kakra fa ba bi no mehu ni say there's some kind of a relationship immature be ewo party bi mehu ni sa. What you say? When you are really grown up, I really don't think say and you might be say supposed to be a dear whether so we known, we are famous or whatever it is. These things you have to be able to sort this kind of say exposure now you I'm talking about on the part of Joyce. Of course, David didn't so war ne wo honomo and so meka. But I'm talking about on the part of Joyce. I stand to be corrected, but I really don't support the way a manner or take this thing no into that level. No. Although David in Sembi wa can yana minino nyadwene me person metie kra e wo baby ya. So what I said, but this is a relationship. That's the reason why I me person me kabi. And yet ni nsɛm na da bia obesɔre a wodidi nkrɔfo atem a wotimi didi even kumasefo ne asantefo asɛm ne ade wodidi atem didi mpadimfo nyina atem no. I mean, if you know me, you know say when it comes to Kumasi I mean fa ni agro ene de meka me na da. When it comes to Kumasi I just don't play with it. What am I say? Of course I me po bi asɛm, but o kana se tia me a somehow no metumi a also be bana me be kan de chill. That's just me. All right. Mumayentie Joyce video no, of course what be break kwa. But me pesi ye peke nyoma bi from it video no na ye ka ho asem. Na me de nti a me ka say somehow no I see Joyce say oye when it comes to say a relationship or whatever it is onyini wom because we are very mature that when you go into relationship whether the relationship went well then as uncle well no and some be saying yeah my public man I find it so absurd and just it's crazy. What you say? Of course Ohene David and so can't be now I thought also you're matured but also be saying as baby then I'm like okay I think it's both of them now and they don't know what they're doing. They probably immature normal war relationship more. It doesn't sound well. But ye say then when you are going into a relationship, then you know how to go about it. Even say the way I was when you are talking about it, you just have to know how to go about it, because at that moment, both of you were enjoying the relationship. And how's I'll turn it back to come and say something stupid and all that stuff about it? Say, we say, we when and all that. We do on my cameras and moment take it time, Kakrani and Joyce. At the end, if you want more, may jump into the real broken heart, then we talk about that one also. Near finding out the reason why broken heart, ediba. Then ediba. Nipa nebu nipa kwasia na ma broken heart ebana and I say man dododo and I say nipa no dododo utimi do ma wo refi hu say wankasa we nipa na. That's what I just don't get it. What am I say? In any case, is that not how it's supposed to be? Well, your guess is as good as mine. So me and Joyce Mensah a video na ye ba na ye ntwa so. Me patcho video ni me bo ami ye nyina yetie. Misem.
Me dada bi betra mo. OHENE David.
Me ba ma me kwachi.
OHENE David be ma me Joyce broken heart. Me dada bi betra mo. OHENE David. On to me my Joyce broken heart. Do you know why? Why was I there way? Indian phone crew man. Indian phone crew man. Oh way. Study it. This cannot give me broken heart. OHENE David, now dear way say no. And to me, my broken heart. OHENE David na musu son is OHENE. Ne kwati ti sa Indian okro. OHENE David way I am a papa dear. Where ya Bella papa niye. Missy dying. Missy dear, Missy way I am Bella papa. OHENE David that dear way. And to me, my Joyce broken heart. OHENE David, who cut it to say, he Indian phone crew man, who cut in the Senate here. When him say my catch also cut it, me no be me dikoti me pekosikasie, and mana me pekosikasie. Nanso no, sa dia kitikiti na show pants mo no OHENE David. And to me, my Joyce broken heart. It's kona ko catch you followers no. David, ye, ko na ko catch you freedom fighters ni sa dia na me say show pants mo way. Udi ye beg and I gonna for penny for na mo kwati kete and I go for do kwati kete and I go for do kwati kete and I said hini kwati kete OHENE me who kwati and me phone so who kwati way and to me my Joyce Mensah broken heart and you know it way I a better papa and no na mommy broken heart me soon ya for 2 years so please you came into my life pretending to be a good person, pretending to like me. I opened my doors. You came in with your own bad intentions. And even when you came, I showed you love because I have an overflowing of love. When Jimmy Samokanche me say we warm ya mana kame, and I me DM the kakoto phone man. Nyamu na my bibi. And nyamu na my bibi. I'm telling you. Se uko unya kwenya na se unya me mami number. Ye bisa no. Me say ya frɛ me mami bisa ne se akola be na owo no me say. Na kupon bo me se me mbra na me medo nipa. Nipa go hospital. Na me tuka. Na mato aduane. Na makobisa nurses ni se enne hwan na ne busu ani ama mesra no. Ya say enchin kanfo ne ho. Enchin kanfo ne ho. Now, so me Joyce Mensah minima kuma ekura me. Me go do hospital wa. Obi o wa ya baba.
All right. I was now for Kekwaku messages na say me recording no na bebe no. Observe me call Canada no. As a matter of fact, Kekwaku is just a brother. Why? Or a very, very nice person. Me no akasa wo ayi so pay ne ya kasa da bia oba me program so me call ne there so bad. We show love to a brother. Nti Kekwaku baby I will be an big apps. I appreciate you. Why? Nti nkomo ani ye die no. eno ho message na me yiwe no ebae no. Okay. Muma yenko ni so abusafo and someone Joyce Mensah at the kind at the chair or Henry David. Relationship, mako relationship mo. Mumienu. However the relationship was no, ma enjoy myself. A boyfriend girlfriend relationship na muko mu. Ma have a sex. Mako ako enjoy myself. Joyce Mensah all started abeka abeyesa all these videos no. O first video no. You made mention say wutu or hini David for say onyai empanimfo a wodidi won atem no. Onyai etumfo atem didie no. And I went here. So I'm not too sure how it got to do it got to where you came and show carrot. Any you said ne cut it same kuma and we're gonna come back on it. Minim how I get it that. You have set an example, say onye matured, Joyce Mensah. Onye matured, wuni maturity level where probably in a relationship, no, akakakra. And for that matter, no, you went ahead and brought ubi awone na wo. Tienye. Ubi awone na wo. Out in the baby, probably no. As a matter of fact, no sa nipa na one na wo no kra na according to sources no owo yere. Ye mema ya sabi dabi ya sorry a yesi e betwa fa ye yere no echi no. So what you say and be see ye. Whether say or no ne kotisun or whatever it is no. How do you bring him into this? How do you compare? Why say also be compare? For heaven's sake, you know, unim say the fact of the case in say yeah assign a good danny pano obana papa na okana wasam ugina nimu asia na. This is a sheer immaturity. And I obey ye no. Sabi said David nane kote ti same kruma. You did enjoy. As a matter of fact, who enjoy to the certain point to say uchicha pictures about it go phone so. Anya baako wankasa wanum ton no efa ba bi no be kan se wono wada makoma se 32 or 37 enti kote a esua a udi a enya wo de no utimi di no makoma 32 anase 37. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Make us say it doesn't make sense. Ade a wo mpe no so okoka hwe baako pa eno ano no ye wo dan a onkoka hwe biem because you think say enye ade a wo pe. But what me atana say di makoma 32 dia. That means say no wani je ho whether say so anase so. Sabi ya na ema no bi gina baabi e ka say obi kwotisa obi kwotiso. It depends on who oba ne say ne wasisiti e. And I know more realizes that it depends on senior oba mu masisiti e. Sabi e bia na de age ne ho agyae. Aye boya. Enti se so se de akura ekomu a wo be fa ne sesua. So what you say? So se de akura oma amase no it accommodates. Sabi mo vagina no accommodate penis mo sabi makoja kuma menka ne san kra anajo komo ne yedi enti mitimi papa mu observe mo fa nche me but this is just what it is. What must say mo chane timi accommodate kotie no whether it's a so anase so empoa se so resizing itself to accommodate it. It only says I would de na ye ne elasticity no agye ne ho agyae na aye bagaya. And no na entimi accommodated yeswa. So you see it says so. That's what you are talking about, Joyce. And you know no just say wanya de ene where you size no befa and for that matter no obada papa de na wo ka no. Sentisa can you never come out here me kase OHENE David where it is in Knuma. And so what you did, you actually went over and over again 32 times. And to bet now ha o canon, then your ferret. And you ferry. And besides, no David in Sujan baby because Joyce Mensah chair the papa. I mean, what the heck is that? Your friend is saying David Nankasa no ankasa no na adwene na di chimhia deda. That's what I will say. I don't care so what you better na want. Na adwene na di chimhia deda. Na me nimsa nka wo decide say on kasa. I thought say wo David in so you matured enough say nka on kasa. But yet no you came back and say wo dey wo Joyce Mensah and so what? Did you udi wanu bomu na hu say wotafre hu say dana or what? Sometimes we ask ourselves, say, because when you have a good training, now who entity papa, then say when you obey whether say you famous or now when you famous, no baby correct. You will a whole lot of celebrities in Mao Honomo money member that you never even heard them so money sabe man work. Let alone so about it now and work the same way. What you say? Let alone said about it now and what I didn't know you went over there and enjoyed it. Whether say so, you did enjoy it. At that moment, and probably nya and ka will take care of bano kenyeni. What to nipane for? Ose far. How did it go there? And nipana omo baby a omo kase wenya broken heart no. Omo na also show omo so be kasa asam ne de chile David na. Is that how was to say social media and internet and only will be trimpana akwakudu na. People enkofo enye matured. That is what I was saying. And nipa bebre a omo social media ne so no. Ma share who say most of them are not matured enough. Imagine what form. The way I'm thinking now, no, form. Obi kasa wenya broken heart. One manatimia ya we yet to the stand they say. That means I would suggest to say yes. Probably no. Be a wunya boy no sign in nebi munintino. I get you up to the broken heart level. Sentisa anka, this is not something akaba betena ho no mabeka e I compare akofa enkunuma ene ya compare to the certain point to say what me release the naked pictures are what in other case did he give you the chance to take the naked pictures and I say we try secretly what they told so yes what yes free so why didn't you leave it there? Sanoma we no maye busaya ho say. Do you have to be so careful so to say who fall into who will be co-relationship where you just have to be careful and yet dia make say because monkey play by their size. Or OHENE Joyce Mensah so enipa ene OHENE David. That's what I would say. Because technically, no, ubia ni ho no mo a the way we Joyce Mensah ote ho a oye wo ho and all that stuff no. Ubia na nida ho bia oye very decent person bia would dare not come near you. Because what you have consistently classify yourself to the certain level. What you say? I pity the man now no bano. Because who babe gun and numas, what be gun and numas poto. Whether say it does not or no or whatever it is, I really don't support it. Say Abianu ye BB, so one person behind the banner and all that, and therefore no, you came out there. But there are certain nyoma be okay can yeah about man no and all that stuff. That also adding up to this when you are OHENE David tells me say you are not matured enough. Your relationship maturity, akakakra. Relationship your maturity level akakakra. Mamenkai abna say, my goodness, this is immaturity on display. Absolutely shameful. Yes, abna. Or say Joyce has disgraced us so. Abra me de menka say what disgrace a man no munyina ono ane ho no wa disgrace ne ho. Ono ane ho no wa disgrace ne ho. I'm just wondering who else is going to be the culprit next time. And nipa oba hu bia no oba obehwe ye sesei. Obia oba hu bia Joyce oba obehwe ye. Because onim say obetimi take picture unexpectedly about the nakedness. Ena onim say ono obeda you will come and tell and as obeba broadcast say that say nipa no be maso ana aisha. Enti nipa oba ho no oya donke. Say obia oba hu bia no metimi aka say that person is adonke obunum say ebeba embra. Obi a very decent bia nim ho no mo a Joyce me can say on ne oba be catch us on oba be twempena. It will never happen. Of course, ubenya bi. But why we here a gugura for now no not say OHENE David na odi na ade ba ode na sembeto abontena emfa ne ho no. Those are the people are probably no mbeba in your life. What I say, say obi a decent person bia no or ba ne wa ba be ye ayi bia be nim aba be nya any kind of a intimate relationship bia na. Either say obe keep no low out of sight. Obe ma your friend is saying policies are or no follow unto me and then go. That is how it's supposed to be. You don't come in public and disgrace yourself or any other person like that. Relationship is about two people. Let it be. Mon kan wo dem say be mo fa mo ho no tama ono wo da no ma me publish it. Why me publicize it? Why trying to life a many penny na say David di me. So I don't think I'm some no person would be to abontin na obia to ete. Sorry. Say David Kotisa. Kotie so I didn't 32 times. Bibusao. Kotie so I am pen. You didn't 32 times. And as I say, when you will be on the end of the so, and the affair, they also baby can. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It will never make sense any time to me. So next time, know how you actually talk when it comes to relationship. Sabi uni obi jai. Unu obi jaya, and for that matter, no yen na yewe. Sabi unu obi jaya. It doesn't mean searching China also be guni panimase. Can who so ba be guni panimasen and nipanimase no? You yourself, you are going to be affected more than maybe a nipano. What you say? You're going to be affected. Affecting a benyawo so no is more than because everybody will ask say ugu nipanimase and nipanimase no. Why were you still in there? Because I did open once now who says I did with me pa. You know, say no, this I did na me pay. You then follow suit. What you say? You then follow suit. But what to me a quote and pole nkwa to say 30 2. Hey, almost call her as me patch almost friendly for how long? Not 32. Now we just say over the bia obedimi and about the bia obedimi. It doesn't make sense to me. Idea bia hajene and it idea ya can't but still me tenase dwene ho then I ask myself for say exactly your friend is saying PK my men throw back Mr. PK my men throw back Mr. So what must say? Anyway, let's move on. As for broken heart, what exactly brings about broken heart? You got a broken heart, I understand. And yet, whereby a matter of say, any panel who could dim it as all banner beman on and what could dim in a relationship wise, and then what could dim the way Jan and when young broken heart. And I say it is a real love. Ankasa na nipa na chire nipa no and I could do baby was 1 penny beam and I say the Joyce say kan se sabi obi atwi obi baby watwi no ama wahu se saa atwie no wan we ana onya biem enti therefore no ɔde ne ho nyinaa awuram nti ojai anase free ne saa akɔ na amana yɛ saa broken heart no so what ase no enti what exactly brings, because me o video bi wa na the way sister we esi esu no, I think that this is beyond broken hearts. There's something in it. Mean to me and grasp it at the minimum the details about the video. I just saw it and I just want to put it out there and just listen. Nayenka abanamu wasui how obia kubi mudana Rose Owusuta we are mechia Rukiatu so mechiao Latif mechiao munyina me damasise mu ehwe obia kubi muda. How did it feel? The video ni we are me aframe say what go through be that me dem nka se be kani pakro, but just give me the experience. Let me know what went through. How did that happen to you? A day at the ankasa ne ma broken heart. And please we are not junkomo. Me pacho ne menka. Catch them na minti. Because I'm interested to know what people talk about. Say you broken heart mu. But I really, but this is on a different level. We have video na yenwe. Mr. Amo. Mentie video na oda me enhwe. Mr. Amo.
Guys. Someone broke my heart. My baby broke my heart.
Hey, Eddie, yeah, abrabo way. You know me best. Me boy, no say, my me what can I say? Ni paper yeah, bre. Abrabo way no. Minim. It looks as if say the abrabo is not fair. Well, I mean it's not fair, and yet fair to a bit more. As I was saying, like, or say obusa se enti onye obana. Wa weigh itself, wa picture or find out the reason. Oh, I don't know, when you go to situations like this, there are things I believe say it goes into your mind. Of course, I've got it before. Manyabi. That was way back. And someday and with a moment chocolate kakransa and this a higher kwaho and I just don't want to go there, Mary and come out, Mary Michelle. I don't want to go there. Oh, there are a lot of things when what, why, how, what happened? Dana etimi manipa go through this emotional feeling, this emotional so yeah, psychologically, no, why depressed, why down. So Diana me busame who say, is it because it's a alus just a nipane keke? And I say investment now why year into the relationship, why invest the whole thing into the relationship, no, emu. And therefore though, ye jino. And I to me akana kuma. As a matter of fact, I can't so to come live and cry like a baby. Cry like a baby and oh, I'm just wondering if this is true. I'm hoping that this lady, no, ne friends, no, will be there for no. Because when things like this Isida nipa ku omo on things like this. Na minim se anka wokɔ Bible ma the Bible says se anka emema momu na endo ema. Nanka man submissive, but it looks as if say it has changed altogether. They say man do man too much, so when they leave them, then they go through situations like this. Does it tells me say no be emma a man be so reluctant to love na? Is it merited so be love will be na? How does this happen? Then the deba a can't bear so now be to me. I make sure say when you go into relationship more, go through this phase, this how does it happen? I'm for over to me a frame. My phone lines na be opesa oba ebeka whichever ones I can be out to me ba now obeka. So what I say, it's a lot minimum. I'm doing the be say my psychology but and you know man na minim as I'm telling you no. So what must say? Sabi menye marriage psychologist and I mean marriage counselor. So there are a normal be when it goes into the marriage itself now. I mean to me and kind of too much, but I'm just trying to find out exactly how people go through this emotional attachment to people. They can't do anything about it when they leave them. When you will be online, so my main friend hello.
Hello,
Yes, mystery.
Senior.
Mystery na Edzayo.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We missed the show.
I know, right?
Obi, and I can't broken heart once a month.
Right?
Do you know why so many women go through that? You made a statement which was absolutely correct. A lot of the women have forgotten their place in relationships, which is we are not supposed to be the ones loving. Yeah, man, say you submitting a man doing.
Right.
And the other thing is, so many women have also lost themselves. It doesn't matter when you be in a relationship and always when you go into relationships, it doesn't matter how many relationships you have. There's always that one person who is able to connect to your soul. But it's about you, the woman, not forgetting your purpose when you are in a relationship with someone and not losing yourself. I am say. I learned something from this.
Hold on, Mamika Cry. When you can't say, not losing yourself, what does that mean? Losing yourself in what sense?
So Mika said we should try not to lose ourselves in relationships. We should always say you were single before someone came into your life.
Right.
And when that person came now, you had your plans, you had your schedule, you had things that you were doing, you had friends in your life, you had a routine. That routine does not need to change because someone came into your life. And most of the times, na mani bebre se oshia obia na omo dedicate omo whole life around the person. Na the normal routine na owono. Now we die completely. Some of them would distance themselves from friends. Some of them will change their routine completely. And that is how you lose yourself. And when you your whole life revolves around the person. And you get stuck because you don't know where to go next. But when you stick to your purpose, your routine, and that person comes into your life and you look at that person as someone coming to complement your life, when the person walks away, you are still able to hold yourself as a woman. I learned something from this lady, Jill Scott, and I'm pretty sure you know her. She's a jazz musician.
Yes.
And she said something when she went through her divorce. she was being interviewed on Bisa and said, was she brokenhearted when she divorced? And I said, no, she was burnt, but she was never brokenhearted. And I learned something from that, because you know what? Even in her marriage, she did not lose herself. So when the marriage came to an end, she was still able to pick herself as Jill Scott. Obviously, she was hurt, but she was still able to heal herself and move on without having all these broken hearts issues. Now, moving on to Joyce, any OHENE David, it's ironic and it's really sad. It's so immature and it's very embarrassing to women. And I think, say, Joyce needs to get to a point, say, Oni Obi One Nikasa, they need to really advise her, and she needs to think about using her platform for something positive. Because I don't understand how our dignity is so
important.
So priceless. Say, for a woman to come on social media and be talking about the number of times on a and to go into the descriptive of it. Nana meaning say, whatever happens behind closed doors, as between you and whoever behind closed doors, stays behind closed doors.
Exactly.
And I say, they need to read into something. Adia Joyce Beye, any summer or between what happened between her and OHENE David. No, that is what separates women from girls. That is what separates women from girls. Because I should be able to walk out and see my ex and still be able to hold my dignity, my head up high, even if we are not in talking terms, and still be able to have a certain level of respect and walk past each other. And how are you going to feel when you meet him in a public place or outside? How would you feel as a woman? That is where you have lost your dignity on social media for nothing. And men, they don't care. Men boast about how many women they are able to take down, and that makes them feel manly. Women, when you boast about how many men you have laid and what happened, you sell your dignity, and it makes you so small. I say a lot of young men, they need to be educated. Now, and the amount of times you say, we don't want to know. As a lady, when you have anything to do with a man behind closed doors, it stays behind closed doors. It's the reason why sex is not done outside in public. There's a reason why it's so sacred. It needs to be done in closed doors.
Exactly.
That's
a mystery. That's a pa ne maminja until bit me as back say a male honor bit me as fra. Medase. For mystery na mo attaining cano or waba aba cheche and your mamu ewa hanomo said na ye cano Miss Beatrice gonna make yao medawase se o hweme said na ye cano said na me cano for broken heart mystery achemu say looks as if say a man mostly no they go and I say ye or more into broken heart. No, what happened is say omushia nipana. They tend to reject any other person or the dada. It happens. Obi or get into relationship more. Or no any family ni friends near there because of someone who nipa no one neglect you. And this a nipani jawa, then you come back to your senses and say, oh, na afe ama wajina ye hey. And mostly no, when you build your world revolving around somebody else, the idea about kwame hunono. What I say? A man when a yes or baby a alpha uni bema wo, you be proud of Obama one and wo. That is nice. That is awesome. But since ye no fault where na ebetimi happen there be say we're not going to move on again. Even our real cry our no cry no pono ye jai emo bi akọ baby. It's about time. And was who say although mobile brano, you are also trying to be on your own feet. When something like that happens, and as your world has come into crumbles upon you. This a year, my boy, that is what it sounds to me like. So what you say? A man mama mema mumu nomo. That is what it is. If we're going by the biblical a year, that is what it is. So what I say? Muma mema no nomo. Now you all that you need to do is just be submissive because you're submissive to Bema. Of course, a can be asono, or Bema no ebedo. A can be asono, or Bema no be who say every time be submissive doesn't mean say I say you can say that now that sorry now sorry. No. But there are nyoma bi wo hwa no mo a oye ema Bema or who no say yes. Regardless of baby a wadru bia no, you still respect no say o husband and no. What you say? That doesn't mean say uji mima no too much. No, it doesn't work that way. So what must I say? It doesn't work that way. And don't you know, broken heart comes, said the mystery betray no, but it mostly no get to you where you have nowhere else to go. Where you think is say, nipa we me deny me bibia. So what you say? Me deny me bibia. And the way or siche or kind no chair me say, mostly ya na enye too much enye sex and nkwana did that broken heart neba. Because it be only pana go on for about 2 years. So what must say? And yet necessarily no sex. Or be or no more when you broken heart or right from a person. But then yet the sex now or the man in India. What must say? It be any panel yeno any other different thing than being in a sex wise. Now, before open fra me pacho a quine wo ubit me a friend me kwaku bedu me mawakwaba. So what I say? And no moma yensua and you may be infant free mu ewa ha. As much as say ye kind on no ye can't Joyce Mensah ni David dear no. Mr. Car said Joyce Mensah egu e mani mase. Initially nana me full say enye sa na etie. Say enye ma but or representing when we're talking about it or representing as our bar. Sebi Joyce Mensah on your bar phone. I will give that to her. Or a nice lady. Ne ho efe. What I say? I'm sorry. Or you'll be an home fair. What must I say? And you know, for her to go to that low class level to come and say something about David and Enye Bibia say or they na deja ene ne kote hwase no oba betena ho no mo ade aka no tells me say beside na ho ofen nyina ne the way ositie nyina no na adwene ewo ni trimu ni so. That is what I would attribute you to. That is how I mekano at the alpha. What I say, because we'll be away mature piano. I don't think you say you can do this. A year would de so be compare sebi kwatia wediana. How does that work for you? Muteki pride, a mateki pride was annual manehwana. Say the mystery kind no a young man no nanka and ka ebia sebi sometimes no we take pride. Say anyway ada, yeah, you take pride in it. So what must say? But a man on tessa, the minimum a mabbe or no more. What or running who cried Gina when him now na crampuna offer, let alone say or no better now or babek Gina ho I can't come on. A Bruce Nemo ocean me free YouTube me that was say me chiao. So what I say? It's me one was say unya that boldness no to come out and did the comparison. And I make can wahano say it is not about David a Cotinisha. It's about who Joyce Mensah and saying was CCT. Because a mano, Madika Casa Masene accommodate what I saw Nipano at the end of and assist to be accommodate. That is the more reason why so and sending Kawi and Ankabese no. It comes back to itself because a quality is but they go through that it comes back. And this is what the end me and my back. That means that there's something wrong somewhere. And then no obi ane the no crampo no average size a bow now no beda. You feel say at the same kunuma. And a subjective so. Tienye. A subjective. David Beka kunya obi. Ah, on any beka koda. The nipano will probably will say David in so in this one. And you don't do this. It is never that. Most of the time, no. Ema pesa and your man no can. A man no be more men can say munina. A be more pesa and your man can. You feel say it is the size no. Nesono and a saying no and no the main issue say relationship no you guys feel say a woman. But relationship is more than just the size of the penis. Mami Sanfa mystery a baby. Mystery.
Hello, Obi.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you know, I forgot. I wanted to go and come back, but I think sir, I just have a little bit of a message for David.
Okay.
As in men. Unim Maya Angelou oka sembio or say when a man walks into a room, he doesn't have to say anything, you know. Yeah. OHENE David. I'm saying yes, your friend OHENE David. I would have expected, say, he would have behaved as such. So many months now obejina eyiniswa odidi mpenifu atem any idea. That is his own prerogative. You choose your life and you choose what you want to do. But the anyone want to say, Oba abeka say ni say na wutimi bejina ho say, oh, meneno under 37 times, but menene da 47 times.
Oh,
yeah,
a whole party
which is fair enough. Oh, yeah. Maybe you were just having a joke or something about it. But a true man, a real man would not even have gone there. Because between Onone Joyce, one of them has to show maturity. And unfortunately, both of them, Obieni Honoma Wayeden, will show maturity. And just to finish off, who saw naked pictures na adiana na social media I don't think say ya aware say it is actually a criminal offense. Meaning what the law say on our US any other countries, but meaning say in the UK nankasana a criminal offense to put something like that, and it's under a cyberbullying as well.
I mean Ghana Crown they have. Now, recently, and so my pass a law. Yes, so my pass a law about that. Yeah.
Yes. Social media na say a woman na obi naked pictures near the abegu a woman na obi a personal content no the abegu they need to stop. And so they need to educate themselves. They need to understand what laws and how it's changing. Because it's shameful. Very shameful. So sometimes also I just don't get what the A is about. And I said a lot of them are oblivious to what the law says on that, but it is actually a form of cyberbullying, and it's actually a criminal offense. But David should learn to be a man and learn to speak as such and learn to behave as such, because me the Bashi Joyce in Kwa.
I mean,
it took two of them to tango.
I said it. I said it's on the maturity level in a relationship on the
very low.
What you say in a sense, say and I'm in die and fine. Come on.
Yes. And I'm wondering if both of them work, because Obi minim how most states what say. When you say UK, some of the jobs, high jobs, when you are going to apply for them, when you say you're checking with social media profiles.
I know.
They go
exactly baby. I mean, I don't know about
They check your
Germany.
social media, they go to Facebook, they go to YouTube, they check your first your and a lot of people think say When you are on social media, because you don't have your name, they cannot check you.
Oh.
It's a joke.
And there's
It's
people
a joke.
don't know
They can actually go and pull your file up. Even if you have a different name on your account, they can go and pull your file because you have, it's either you are using your email, your date of birth, or somehow something that is linked to you. And to social media, and unless they are not looking to a future, they should be really careful with comments and stuff they say on social media and things, because everything is traceable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mystery. Me that's it. Yo, Cynthia, me chiao, Cynthia, Ajima, Cynthia, me chiao, pa. I mean, ready, Miss Beatrice, was say, Joyce and David, birds of the same feathers flock together. And okay, because Medicayaka say, we a decent person, we a decent person, yeah, dear. You wouldn't dare not to say only David Beko into relationship. Looking at the way Sabi Ositie. Come on. I'm not saying say on you be our but obenyo be whilst our yes idea way, because people be so energy home. It's Joyce a meaning say I dare not all and energy. So I just find it a little bit so difficult. And you say, would Joyce yanka say mu crampono per se no the cradia na unam so na so ujina so ma obey yes idea way no. You were supporting it in some part because we don't who beji mu ana wo yebi. So I'm not too sure when you did realize say I dare not all in the beginning. What were you thinking of? So what must say? Did you go into the relationship or not? For what purpose? For purpose, I wo the coin. You are claiming say David in a bad relationship move for the selfish interest or something like that. But what is your also purpose? Are the call? For purpose, are the call relationship move with David? You know what was it? What exactly were you thinking? Were you thinking say call na wakwa manage at the corner or yes so didn't crop for penny for terminal? And no, Nanka also doing women in a sense to say, so this guy come on air and tell point blank, say, Nima me and any papa or whatever it is in Naka granta, Nadia will be or because where did you atom? What did you atom? Did the crew muankasa a hene atom? So what else do you think is a aquawe ebia won't mean ye? The fact of the case in is a time on an answer, yes. So all that you need to do is say, we'll be giant on that what any what I say, because Sabi so obi abodamo a na se obeyi wontuma udware na obeyi wontuma efi adwae a omfa wo ho ahuro no ntumirika mfani nachi oyɛ saa de na meaning sabi wo mom wabodam enye saa nipa kro no na wabodam. So what must say anything now, come on, you just have to think twice. But the name say mumienu no mo click somewhere na ade a oyɛ ne wani gye ho ni ntino. That's why I will call ye I don't ho kokobata no. So if there is anything nasa will get it out of it. That is not the best way for you to get out of it. So what must say? You could have just kept your silence, but now obey a first video obey somehow I listen to it and I'm like, okay, I think so you make sense here now but uba back to just wabe say by comparing, putting out the video of the nakedness and all that stuff. It doesn't work. It didn't click on me. And my main when you say Sabi, Joyce, now I'm a mature person. What must I say? It didn't tell me, say, you were really, really matured enough to be in a relationship. Next time, when you're going into a relationship, please, I'm just praying so Ubenya will be a decent person because all a decent I be Ubenya. So what must I say? But I doubt it because of your type of nyoma oye social media. So the mystery kind, social media, it doesn't forget anything. The person pull information about it, that's what you do. They will go and pull it from you. Or maybe pull it about you. They will judge, we will stand on it to judge you. So what must I say? And mama yense and your maybe enso. Ne yenhunu kwan a ye fa so ebe related to a certain level of a maybe our social media. Ya wade ho nyina ho kwan enso nyina na fata e enioma bi wo ho no mo a e so hard for me to come and do it on social media. What must I say? na me tie a certain because this social media it's always a polished thing ya de ba beto e ho no mo. It doesn't allow you to be on your anti ade bia ho no ma de ba beto kai who say people are going to judge you from what you're putting out there. That is more reason why me program me decided say I'm refraining me refraining from insult and all that stuff and so because I know say the caliber of person no. When I go to data, that means say things are not right. What you say? Of course, I know maybe once a while you can go be sick and say things and all that stuff, but that doesn't mean say at the end of the year any the biana oh yeah. At the hour every day, no, it's not a mistake. You become mistake in once next week. I mean for of away. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Miss Gonu.
Good evening.
Good evening, good evening. Patronet is saying,
Yami Adumo. And I was in my power.
yeah, Miss Madam Massamuti.
Yeah. Not the dream idea be say. And Kamiaka say, I say, anytime here there is important things in the system of Ghana, and go for are finding ways and means to, draw people attention to do things that will be right politically anyway. No. Ubesha kwasi assembly abebo. Na fe na yi nkrofo adwene nyina free. Important thing also. And only David and Joyce assembly ya aba ufa ha David and Joyce David and Joyce and ya. Na eba na se kra na sometimes nyame di bie ya adwene eme say enti akwa we atam di a odidi nkrofo akyem no na ye nkrofo fe because some share since aside we start here there are some people who I respected on social media omo kasa tie ni ade no the way I was supporting David na me say what is going on? What is going on? And she said, boy, we at the day old Diana Tamania, she who abofra wo Nasa Colano, the beer who didn't attempt, the beer who friend now didn't attempt, says one always man say, she didn't be, she say, now who didn't attempt, a Colano respect you. And he fuya, no David, anything fuya, what to, Ninji say, or 2 for. David and Nadeja da. Now, so why to be begina ho a count for the private part? Ebani saying, Nanado, money bemada. Now, so what to be the papa in the social way media is so. To say. Oh, and you're fine. A bit and I did a we. You see, what to a boy by a father one as I will check. If you throw not even a stone, a ball, crap, why, yeah, to know. What to ball, I say, a cobble wall now, a best son, a chia about check. So, a banner say, and I wait, and then I knew why, and you say, or baby a popular, and I said, dear, no, what will finding way and means. I could pesa or ban. So, I could pesa or ban. Joyce is suban audit social media anyway near there. Then they want to join Samson David in so. So until I can say birds of the same feathers flocks together. So Okofa Joyce, oh yeah, Miguel, my essay. But suban dear a woho pa. So Suban, the least thing you will do, it will come out. And not be now or the IME. So because said the one said that now the idea we have a go the idea we have a trouble now we now for attention and cost through. I don't know. And now as I boost to a popularity. I don't know. But it is bad. A wrong meat. So I'm collect and I'm calling with fear. So no go found anyway, Eddie compares away India, way me ban papa. A responsible man, why you mistake in work order? Come on, I'm afraid not sadly away, no more social media issue. Oh, papa, you better not for the edit who say, see the again, so you are breaking somebody's family. Oh, who say obediently because when you obey papa, it has died a natural death. Why do you have to resurrect it?
You're correct.
Why do you have to resurrect it? This thing has died a natural death. My papa no turn because you are now still trying to resurrect this thing. So the pain that you have caused the man's family, I will say papa na your mistake. Now so you have caused a great deal of pain in the family. I feel like things are dying down. What's happening in social media? We are before and I said, yeah, now we are. Yeah. So you are breaking somebody's home. You are a home wrecker. So papa no be pay wo ni ade o. See, and this thing has died. What are you doing? You want to hurt her wife or who? The kids. The man has grown up kids. So, and you're fine. Manuesi.
Medase, Madam B. Medase, pa, Madam Beatrice Gonuna, Mote, and Cano. Yo, Abusa for, yeah, when the program no abano a we me pacho opesa wo fre na obaswa bomodna na e fre because ka be 5 minutes baby na program no me de nyina aba awie na ya sorry so the call Justina mete won ka che Justina mo mete won ka che na afese so na yawo abankwa na ya mankwa tia mechia won so me pacho opesa wo fre me a e fre na bedi David enkomo ene Joyce enkomo omo ya trendy e wo social media so and I yesa busa ya won say broken heart me di kan ebo video in fact my main sign enti video no mu bie na yentie e pese e hu say den ade pa na broken heart etimi edeba mama yentie sa video yi sa biem na yenhwe me pam chow
Guys, to be money am I and the step I could do better. And to be no banana, guys. Guys. Someone broke my hands. My baby broke my hands.
for the name busane say can we attribute this thing also to say immaturity no ebiniana you can't say you can't say immaturity na me pacha mo fanche me say na me yi no ma lower no baby ntina na monte me kan yi ma fanche me you can't say immaturity broken heart. Does it qualify so be immature there were your friend saying relationship man so sister and as a girl you heard the way all high all caught broken heart to say what toba and kasa oh what you say obi a breaking heart initially na me busa mystery be cheche me mu e be cheche mu kakra say it looks as if say aye other way round by say a man mumu do memano so they are going through the broken heart nanka was a memman do man na obadi submissive and I say a man and I say obi kofo obi a no wa building a world no around that person no wa forget it the friends are almost watching ni other nyina nti say nipa no jaina na ato de your friend is saying ato gay enti na me busa say we were talking about say Joyce and your immatured relationship. Does this also qualify now? And I say, how does that work? And they may be some for some because for some reason when you're broken out, do you have to go sort to social media to sobbing to soon to this extent? What was she trying to find out from people social media? So what must say for if I been make us say be ohia advice. Advice no here until the two social media nah. But literally no you see you heard it say or say guys my baby what's I can't say my baby the baby a broken heart baby to me broke your heart. I mean this is a wicked crazy world. That's what I would say. Mystery is mystery.
Okay, I didn't quite the straight. Oh, be with him. I didn't lady no. Immaturity at its highest level.
Hey, I didn't know immaturity.
Do you know why?
Mystery.
Obi, just think about this. To get to the point in life as an adult. What they will also to be the wakuma ashe obi nsem. That is giving your power to somebody. Amani pakoni to me break your heart. Not literally, but I think so obviously you understand what I mean emotionally. It's me break you being ankasa to the extent say uba that's not what to say a 2-year-old. That is immaturity to its highest level.
And the way I will see church and say media, I said there, one mama who be saying that I said there, who the Nadia would 100% heart to be more mammy.
Oh, absolutely not. Obi, let me tell you something. I haven't had that many relationships because I'm a very busy woman with a purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. But the few relationships that I have had that did not work out, me as somebody, I never ever fall in love. I refused. I always stand in love. Yeah, I always stand in love. I don't lose myself. No man is worth me losing myself to that man. Yeah. And you know, when the relationship is over, or when I feel said this relationship is over, I always walk out. And there's a space around me when I'm in a relationship with you, and in all my relationships, there's a protective space around me that I do not allow anybody into that space. Nobody is allowed into that space.
Hold on, mommy. That means a relationship ma quarter to one relationship is that what you're telling me? Okay.
I take my full self to the relationship, but I do not lose myself in a relationship. That's the difference.
Okay.
But me know what relationship more. I stand in a relationship with you because Mema who say I was existing before you came and I will exist after you. I think what a lot of women need to understand say no relationship is everlasting. Even married couples, it will get to a time not be anywhere say everlasting. And so I always put God first. Because I'm a Christian. Okay. I'm not just religious. I'm a Christian. So I put God first, myself next, and then you, the person, is the third down. What I say? I always stand in a relationship. I am too grown and too matured mentally to fall in love at all. I stand in love. My brain, my faculty is always functioning 24/7, regardless of how much you think you have connected to my heart. And so when the time comes for you to move on, and in relationships, it does happen, you move on, I bless you, I release you, and I move on, and you do the same. And if we are able to maintain a friendship after, which I never really do, because there's a reason why you are called an ex. You stay in the past. But when we see each other, that respect stays, and then we move on. And to be honest, Obi, it's brilliant.
Hold on, mystery, hold on. Unsu kete kra wa bra be ma ajao chese nisio ko ba ko kra mfiri wani ase ma enche woda and getting.
Let me be honest with you. No man is worth my tear.
Hey.
No man. I'm being honest as I possibly can with you. No man. You know why, Obi? Because I have grown. I have found myself. I have got to the point where I have found myself so much. No man can come and define me or find any other self that I don't know in a relationship.
Is it because why experience be that? And now you have put on a shell, like what your protective code to be there put you on you. Say and I say you have never even experienced it because of what? I'm just trying to understand.
I have never experienced broken heart. I have experienced failed relationships,
but it didn't
which
give you
I
broken
learned
heart.
from. But I never ever had a broken heart.
Okay.
Maybe I've never experienced. I don't know. Maybe there are some women listening who have experienced that. Or they come out of a relationship, they are completely broken and stuff like that. No, I have had failed relationships where it didn't work. We moved on, and I learned from that. But I haven't got to the point where I would say, a man has broken my heart, where my whole world has come to a standstill, and I'm crying and I'm all over the place. No, because I have never allowed myself to go there. And why should I allow myself to go there? No man is worth it. Absolutely not.
Okay, but that's a mystery. At least we learn. I'm just so glad to say there are a lot of women almost listen to this. They will probably take something out of their OHENE, because I think it's women deserve that. But we are learning. I'm not in full support
and
of
also,
their OHENE.
Obi, remember, this is my personal experience.
That's
coming
what I'm
from
saying.
My background, yes, and my social surroundings. The kind of social surroundings I have, and my background, and the kind of people around me, I have so much support to the extent, I will never get to that place. And like I said, I have taken years to invest and find who Mystery is.
Okay.
So I know what ticks me. I know what triggers me. I know what I don't like, and I'm very, very candid and plain about it in relationships.
For that matter, you know yourself. That is
too well.
I'm
I'm coming to discover myself with you. No, I've already done that. The men come into their life to complete them. No, I'm not one of those women. I'm one of those women. Are men coming to my life to complement me. And when the time is over and you need to go, you are going, and you are taking nothing from me. Vice versa.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I respect that. Me da se pass at least 1 year soon BB and a free hand mystery. Me da se. Abusia said ya make no enche na ye de your friend say dwumadie no aba na wie ye enti se wo ha na opese ofra me pacho said ya make no yesua de we are doing interaction here. We are educating ourselves and we are informing ourselves. I know say as someone mystery be kan no it go e be ya desua de ama obi so what must say. Even though somehow no, if I be meaning in support, because of somehow no, I find it say ebia or co-relationship now on funny or ebia or say ordinary or, but on you deep down into the relationship, not for it to probably grow up somehow no. But in order for you not to go through this, that is what you need to do. I am the say unim yourself or finding yourself. I always say when you know yourself. It is hard for people to sell you something that you are not interested in, or idea a fake, or idea projected to your own projection now. So when you yourself, it's only when if you don't know anything about yourself, wouldn't be beer about work. Woman be now unim idea a down, unim idea a up. Unim adia sebi ye catch the wa get it to you so and all that stuff for now. And no, you can't avoid nothing. The Edibema be our business, Mamisa Funi Bino, they are there. I'm telling you, I know what I want, so I don't actually allow to say they all can. Smart must say mean necessarily no mean to me may allow people to dictate for me. No, that is not me. The Biamika. I do it by myself, and if I fail, I take all the blame by myself. Say, I didn't me and I am me idea na me de. So my advice are probably no. Me fasa me fana me de na anye I won't blame you. I blame myself because I have the right to say advice now the mama na me to actually baby. So yen shane so ne yen koso. I mean hello.
Hello.
Yes, Madam B akwa baby.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Kayano, me fuano super.
Okay.
Because Mr. Nikasemano, she is a career woman.
That is what I will also suggest. I mean, yeah.
Yes, she is a career woman. And she has come this far. So what you say? And you know, you work cannot just say, the brain no your core relationship man. You feel say you hope be every busy our memano. No, so especially what a man after say, obi na betumi aye me mama edu some pepesui. But on we do some pepesu no. Dada. Now, you see, me how to say it. When you want anything or kasa, say on fana kuma nyina emfama oberima. Enti se wo ba na kwemo na se unye serious ana se bibi ni na se wo enye ono na break we no. Na se wo edu sam pempemso na so ana se niame bi a wo ye ne ade na on then you go. Oh, and no, your parents say she doesn't want to reach that point. A better say, who and a man we are singing now abono and as a baby because she has already attained that level by herself. Oh, she has worked on herself with she idea when you're a career or you're professional in whatever she is doing. It is a woman who banner kwemwa. That's all or most of the career women, some of them no, on ready say or be worry. So Bebre no ASA ST or time. Bibia is on the calendar. So into mist no or your beer. She's okay. Into unfunny rare and function send a Bible kind. Who couldn't cramp on for because I'm maybe disappointment beba.
Right.
And you know, she is just being careful and she knows where she is going. And also in baby now obe step up. Asadia no emba enkohano. Me ebia hamida. Yamina dum. So I know how it is. And a painful situation, you don't wish it on your worst enemy.
So what broken heart
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of us have gone through it. So and it's a situation you don't wish on your worst enemy. So you will disown yourself.
I mean, if you don't mind, Miss Gono, if you don't mind, let me ask you a couple of questions on it. Then you are free to just say, "Obeka say yes, mekan." I mean, how did that happen to you? Were you? Who didn't rain in Ash and Nipanumun or disappointing one? Or is it just as a sheer love na woman Nipano to the certain point?
A year or door.
Okay.
Both of us agreed. So and whereby who say you love the person, and then the person is like a bedroom pepesobia. Who say the person was just pretending.
Okay.
Already, you have invested your love into that individual. Mwaka awarisam. Mwaka manako dum pepesobi as afe enyema stati change. So that is where the disappointments, any hurt, eba. If you hokrampo, on your bold to tell you, say, oh, as soon as you see, I know, Adiana, ya starting, no, the fool say it's no longer working. So what you say? Intino, me poucha wood, yeah, ending, no. So what you say? But the person will be playing you, thinking that you are a fool. Yes. But to me, if the person can open up and tell you, you can't force somebody to marry you by force.
Right,
No.
Right.
But it's a bedroom baby now who say you guys you are no more compatible to each other. Who are now waiting for take the step to the other person and then talk it out. No, so then on here because again by force.
Right.
But whereby you start playing the person, that is where the hurt come in. So what you say? And maybe the person, it reached a point to say, now I say, or dodgy and I say, BB, giving some flimsy excuses, blaming, and I name my minimum say, and I say, and it was not true. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes no will be for. Now she has seen a different person. So if the children who say, oh, this guy is just playing you, not yet too late.
Too late.
Now one year you will just you have a broken heart. One share grandpa who says because you have invested into your life, your heart has gone into that.
So
now be say now we are single now. You paying back welcome. Say you are okay near dear. Yes, you are okay. But the moment that time comes and that person comes, I said the heart has opened and something has entered into it.
I see.
Yes. And for that thing to come out, it is hard. So, so we now,
so and yet necessarily said the lady, or a immaturity. And yet necessarily say immaturity. Something that is going through the mind and heart, and a man, yes, I yeah, me boy.
Joyce again.
No video now, me boy. Yes, I will have video now, me boy. Yeah.
Me ballet.
Oh, video Miss Abo actually one saying.
Me Juma on and off.
Oh, I see. Because the person go through broken heart. Now the way I will see a sooner or yes, we but
oh yeah,
go back to say
me play back in my share.
All right. Miss Gonu, Mamenda was it. Mamenda was
Yo.
time. No, I have been tea. Say,
Yo.
Meda was a pass. Support
Baba.
you. I was a for said no Kofi Dua mechiao na akusika so mechia munyina na mo wo so a mo hwe muma yemfa enadwumade ne program no muma yemfa ensi ha me de se masan aba back be free your friend say vacation maba back me de sa adwumade we de ebremo na munyina so mo wo ho na mo so me so na mutie ema no fe na mo contribute being it's a message and I say mo befre a contribute no me de manika ma ho afia baby a wo bia me chiao ene na nka wo say afia baba to I tight of late I very tight pa ntina be a me nko ana bia me ba ochena e bia ye de be no from car mu because me wo e kwan ketewa bi tu ekọ baby ekoye ade e wo ho no mo but me nya emra meba me de car mu de no metena car mu na maye eno sa no ubetimi a request a join me straight to say the me can just blessing who there no me can no enti no but modna say obehye video we amano akwachide na ye nyina ye de atu ye hofo na me adma Sunday nso so ye beba be ye ekoso Sunday said the rascal to kaka no IMF ne ho nsensem bebre kwa nsem ne doso ye beba be hwesi betimi aka bi a little bit about politics kakra na ya beka eno nso ewo ho abusia me da sese ene ojemre na woni me edi dwumedi e ma no ebisi se ebre obgh anajo enkomo Friday edition no na yede aba na wiye meda ase na me ya domo a ye besan atoa so ochina ye besan de foforo de abramo ochina na ye nyina ye amana ye fe sa wante menka bi mu a ene na makramo meda mu nyina amase mu abai